Badgers. Welcome back for another Badger Book Talk. Today's topic is picture books. November is Picture Book Month. So we're sitting in the cafe with some friends.
So, coffee, please, waitress.
Talking about picture books. A picture book is a book in where the images are as much of the reading experience as the text. And so when we talk about picture books, many people think picture books are for young kids, but that's not true. Picture books are for all ages, and in the library we have a wide variety of picture books. Wordless picture book, classic picture books, nonfiction picture books. And so what we're going to talk about today is some of our favorites, picture books that we've read to either our kids or to our students over the years. So let's start with you. So Mr. Schmitz, what picture books did you bring to talk about today?
Well, my favorite picture books are really those that you can sing too. And one of my favorites that I read to my students during November is a book called Over the River and Through the Woods. Now, some of you probably sang the song when you were on the farm or many years ago, going to Grandma and Grandpa's house on a horse. But this one has a family going in a car, trying to get out of the traffic in the city, and they're going to grandmother's house, and they have many adventures on the way. They run into a marching band, hot air balloon, and finally they get to grandmother's house. And the pictures in this book are beautiful. I just love the pictures. Every year the kids find something new that I've never seen before. So this is probably one of my favorites, and it is because you can sing it. I also like the Click Clack Moo series of books.
Oh, definitely.
I
Cronin.
love these. These are great. And there's so many different ones that the kids like to listen to. They like to hear about the adventures of Duck and Farmer Brown, but they have a rhythm to them, and the kids are so good at finding the rhythm and translating that rhythm into real music notes. And I guess the last one that I just want to talk about is Eric Carle.
Oh, who doesn't love Eric Carle?
I just read this to the kindergartners yesterday. They're such a great group of kids, and we were doing the days of the week. And of course, we sang the book. That's why I liked it the best, because you can sing it. But they love Eric Carle. And the pictures, again, beautiful pictures. The students just love Eric Carle, and so do I.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mrs. Schmitz. All right, Mr. Lingus, what did you bring to talk about with us today? Did you get your coffee?
Yes, thank you, waitress. I saw the word picture book, and this is what always pops into my mind. The Little Engine That Could. I was surprised this was even in the LMC. This book is older than dirt. 60th anniversary edition, 60. And the irony of that, if you know my situation, anyway, older than dirt. But this is the power of yet. Before there was the power of yet. We all can. This little train wasn't sure if it could do it, but it just said, I can, and it tried and it tried and tried, and it did it. So this book is always with me. I wish I knew who read it to me first and who introduced it to me.
Very cool. And that's one of the powers of picture books, is you can sing them, they stick with you, they can teach you something as well as just to enjoy them. The books I brought are a couple that I love to read to my kids. So I love reading Fancy Nancy. And Fancy Nancy was quite a character, and she's fancy, and it was a great way to introduce vocabulary. And one of my all-time favorites that we would read is Bear Snores On, because we would I'd like to do the voices. That's one of the fun things I like to do with picture books, is read in different voices to the kids, either here at school or at home. And this was one of our classic favorites at the DeFarno house. All right, Mrs. Venkat, how about you? What brings you here to the cafe to talk to us about picture books?
I love picture books, but one of my favorite that I recently found is 17 Things I'm Not Allowed to Do Anymore.
What?
Yes.
So picture books can
It's
cause
a big
trouble.
Yeah, it's about this young girl who's full of ideas and great ideas, brilliant ideas, but the problem is the grown-ups don't seem to understand her genius because she had an idea about how to glue her brother's sister's slippers to the floor, so she was not allowed to use glue anymore.
Oh, no.
And then there's the part where she tells her brother's fortune and how she tells him that he's going to be eaten by hyenas. So she's not allowed to hold his hand and tell fortune anymore. It's very sad, but I think it's an all-time favorite and kids should check it out. Thank you.
All right. So stop by the LMC.
Oh, and I saw Curious George.
Oh, I love Mrs. How can we forget about
Ah,
Curious George?
I love Curious George. It is so funny, and this book is phenomenal because it helps you learn.
All right. So we have all of these in the library, plus Mr. Shu, who says to tell you hi, emailed me earlier in the week, donated a stack of picture books for you guys to enjoy. So I'll have those out in the library. So we're going to celebrate picture books all month in the library. Stop by the display, check out a picture book. Kindergarten through 5th grade, try something new you haven't read.
Could I
Read
get a
classic.
donut over here?
So we're going to enjoy the rest of our breakfast. Have a nice day. Thanks, Badgers.